Hey yo, it's Leno and welcome back to the CraftWorks SMP. In last week's episode, we started the facade of what will be the main structure of the mega base, and I am still in love with how this looks. I think this is incredible, and probably will end up being one of my favorite things I think I will have ever built once I'm done with this. This is just absolutely incredible, and I am in the planning stages of some stuff that will go further behind the facade and stuff that will be going over here and maybe around here and stuff, but that will come later. I don't think that'll be a today thing because I am starting this recording just a little bit late. And, well, there's another little side project that I need to be working on. Empress Little Bit is currently online right now, as you can see up there, and she and I have been planning on a little side thing, and I know she's gone ahead and got started, and I need to get over there and I need to start doing my part. So we're gonna go catch up with her real quick and see where we can start.
Rumored Lane flying in. Hello.
Hello. Okay. So what are we doing?
I want to show you a thing that I made.
Okay. Show me.
So you and I have been talking about Mafia theater for quite some time, right?
Yep. And I'm already seeing it down there.
Yep. So this is the modified version. Welcome to Mafia Town.
I love this so much.
Yay.
This is so cool.
Thank you.
And I love how you continued the reflective thing from last season.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
I mean, it, like, really from up there, I thought it was just the glass reflecting it. Oh, this is so cool. I like this. And then the use of Cube's gray wood thing. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, what do you need me for? What do we want to do?
Good question. What are you willing to do?
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna hate that. Okay.
Oh, gosh. It's what I like to hear.
So remember last time when we had the floor drop out from underneath them?
Yeah?
Some of these buildings are diagonal, so good luck. We're doing it again.
Oh, gosh. That's...
I believe in you. Destroy
Okay.
what you need to, just so long as it looks pretty.
Okay. I cannot promise that this floor can stay glass inside of the rooms because
That
of
is
how
fine.
ugly the redstone will be.
That is fine.
Okay, but that might be something I can work with. I mean, if they fall down here, to figure out how we're going to make this work, because the blocks might have to go right here, like against this piece of wood. And if that's the case, that will trivialize how they're going to get out of.
You
Out
didn't
of
want to
here.
use the slime and sticky piston thing that we did last time?
We could do that, yeah. It still might just take up a good little chunk of space.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll mess around and see what I can figure out.
This might just have to... Bye. This
I
might
can
just
figure out
have
how
to
to use
stay
the
a
trapdoor.
trapdoor.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I haven't done any of the interiors either, purposefully, so that you would have more room.
Yep, I noticed that. Much appreciated. Gives me
then-
less to work around.
This is the big one.
Okay.
Would it be a possibility of creating some sort of randomizer to put all of the items into the houses?
I could possibly figure that out, mayhaps. We'll have to figure out where exactly we're going to be putting the chests and stuff inside of here. Because,
It can also be a dispenser that it puts it into, and then you can just pop the button and... roll
yeah,
that
well,
way?
we could do that. We'll still have to figure out how to do it because these are only like 1 block walls. And in order to distribute all of the items the way I'm thinking, we might need water vaders or like a dropper elevator thing or something. I don't know. So we might have to hide some of that.
That is totally fine with it not being hidden. I'm okay with it being exposed.
Okay. Okay, well, we will have to see then, because I don't want to ugly up what you've done out here.
That's okay.
I build pretty. I don't redstone so pretty.
That'll be a good test for us both then.
Sure.
If that isn't a possibility, then I might just make a little offshoot house over here, and then they can get their rolls in here instead.
Okay.
Or we can just do the classic, I put the rolls in the houses myself.
Well, when we discussed starting this season with Mafia, I really wanted to try to automate everything as much as possible.
Okay.
So this way, you being the DM, or whoever being the DM for that matter, won't have to do so much work. They can focus on running the game.
Yeah, that would be nice so we don't have to wait 15 minutes between rounds for me to set everything up.
Exactly, exactly. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm hoping we can automate something. And again, like you said, we could build a house on the offshoot over here somewhere
Mhm.
and make it happen that way. And then just once every player goes in and gets their role, they go back to their cell or
Yeah,
house
there
or whatever we're
is
calling it.
one caveat to that at the
Yeah.
moment, though. I need to know who the Mafia, the Poisoner, the Doctor, and the Investigator are at all times because they have to be interrogated first.
Okay. Yeah.
That does make things a bit more complicated.
That does trivialize things a little bit. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna
So,
have to tinker around and see what I can figure out on that. Yeah, this one's gonna be a complicated one. I'm down to try it, but
yeah.
it's gonna be
Cube.
complicated. My two brain cells are on fire right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure this out, but I'm down to try it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have catwalks going across all of the houses as well
Okay.
for me to walk across.
What, you don't want to parkour?
Potentially. Maybe a little bit of parkour, we'll see.
Okay, that's something that I can figure out. I think we can
Okay.
do it.
You said you wanted a redstone project. I didn't say it was
Look,
going to be an easy one.
I do want a redstone project. Now, I must admit, part of me thought that we would have a little bit of a bigger arena to work with to give me a little bit more room, but it's okay. I will
Well,
figure it out.
I can make this bigger if you need me to.
I don't want you to redo anything. I will do my best. This project kind of makes me want to start a redstone service again,
Ooh.
but I would hope to get more business than I got last season. So
True, yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. I think I can work with this.
I'm excited to see what you do.
I'm excited to see what I do because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Expect a lot of messages of me crying about redstone.
Eh, no different from whenever you do redstone
Or
on anything.
building or anything,
Or
really.
building. Or existing.
Yeah, pretty much. So as you can see, E left us with the task of doing a bunch of redstone out here, and I must admit that I am very, very happy to get started on doing this, and I'm excited because we've been talking about doing this since in between seasons, and yeah, this has been a long time coming, so I'm really, really excited to get moving on this. But before we get started, I just want to go over a couple of things real quick. So last season, I helped her do all the redstone over here, and essentially we just wired up the doors so all of them would open and close with one switch, and I don't know that I'm going to have the room to do that this season, mainly because, well, there's not a lot of room to mess with to begin with. And then for two, these diagonal builds are going to make it incredibly hard to hide any of the redstone. Even from out here, it might be noticeable, and I'm not really thrilled about that, so I can't make any promises on that. I did go ahead and send her a message on that, and we'll see what happens, but yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing is this here. This here is where the target block is going to go, and essentially, well, each player is going to stand on their target block inside of their room, and at the end of the night scene, or whatever it's called, I don't know, at the end of every night in the game, well, one person gets chosen for death or not. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes people get chosen for death. If they get chosen for death, then this opens, you drop down here, and then you are down here in the under. And this is pretty much where you will reside for the rest of the game. You can't get back in there or anything like that. But as you can see in here, there's not a lot of room to mess with. And up here is, well, it's going to be a little hard to hide some of that redstone, but I might have a way of making that work. I don't know. I really need to get planning on this because this is going to take a little bit of time. I also have gotten some of my materials out here already, but not nearly enough. I don't have any sticky pistons, and I need at least, what's this, seven of them. So that's at minimum. Again, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do all of this just yet. I need to pop into a creative world and try to figure this out, so let's do that. Back in the CraftWorks server now, and I think I need to go and get some more redstone supplies. And if I remember correctly, Nard is selling redstone supplies. He's got a shop opened up over here on the other side of town. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm hoping that he's got something that I can use. And it appears that he has sold completely out. And, well, that's just the one thing I needed. So I guess I'm gonna go either mining or digging through other chests and see if I have anything else put up. Okay, why is the back door to my shop open currently? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, not again, not again. What the heck is this? Come on, not again. Is there really? Yep, there he is. All right, that pufferfish is gone. I came in here to hopefully find some redstone supplies that I might have left around. Look, don't judge me, okay? I leave my redstone supplies everywhere. I never know when I'm gonna need them, and it appears that I don't have any in here. Maybe in here somewhere or something. Oh my gosh, not again. What? What is this? Come on. Okay, I flew back out to my prismarine farm because I thought maybe there's a chance of there being redstone out here because, well, I did make a giant item sorter down here. I don't remember if I ever showed this off or not on camera, but yeah, there is a giant item sorter down here with all of this stuff, and I thought that maybe on the off chance that I had random redstone supplies laying around, but I don't think I do. But that's not the reason that I hit the record button out here. The reason that I hit the record button out here is because I found this carpet here, and I know for a fact that I did not place that. And I swear, if there's another... Oh my gosh. How many times? There's two in there. There's two inside of this. What the heck is this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know he is online. I'm sure he's over here working on his clue mansion. I'm gonna find him. Look, Oda, here, take your stupid pufferfish back. Okay, well, now that that is out of the way, whatever that was, I think I want to go ahead and start working more on the mega base before I actually do any redstone. I just want to take some time and knock this build out while I'm contemplating how exactly I'm going to go about doing this. Ignore the fact that I've got some chunks not rendering out here. But yeah, I have got another portion of the mega base planned out and ready to go, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it today. I mean, I might as well. So it's going to go right here. And it might not look like much when it's all said and done, and that's okay. Because the goal is to just knock pieces of it out little by little. So it's going to go right in here, and it's going to be pretty large. And I want to go ahead and start just getting a lot of this area knocked out. So I've got a bunch of different plans for this area. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do any of it just yet, but I do have ideas. So I will say now that the idea that I have that's going right here might be a little bit on the bland side, especially towards the bottom, like down here in this layer. And that is simply because, well, I've got future plans and I don't want to put too much into it and then change all of it later, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to go ahead and get started, and I've already got all of the materials ready over here and ready to go. They're just sitting right there, and as you can see, my shulker monster is not getting any smaller, which is why I'm trying to make so much progress on this, because I'm hoping soon to have the super duper storage room set up, because I'm gonna need it very soon for all of this. So with all of that being said, it's time-lapse time, or at least that's what I would say. But Minecraft apparently decided it did not like saving a 3-hour flashback recording, so here it is. I did go ahead and get this back corner put in right here, and I am really happy with how this area has turned out. Also, a big shout out to Empress Little Bit, who helped me design quite a bit of this on stream the other day. But yeah, this turned out really nice. Now, like I said, these walls over here I left bland intentionally because I do plan on expanding out this way. I don't know how far back within this area I'm going to go, so this area will probably get detailed later. But this area right here is prone to changing for sure, so I don't really know. I've got to plan out some more stuff over here and try to see what I'm going to do. Oh, hey guy. Now's not the time for you. Anyway, yeah, I've got to get this area planned out a little bit more because I'm thinking more little offshoot towers going around here that kind of connect up diagonally and stuff. I don't know. I've got big ideas, but I don't actually know how I'm going to implement any of that just yet. And as you could probably guess, there is still no back to a majority of this, and I'm sure the castle is going to end up being a bit further back than this. I'm sure it will be, but for now, this is just where it's sitting. And if you take a look inside of here, you can see that it is completely hollow. There is nothing going on inside of here, and I think that's okay. I don't really know how I'm going to do an interior just yet anyway, And really and truly, this thing's going to be so massive that I kind of doubt that I'm going to be able to get much of an interior done with any of this. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But one thing that I really like about this structure in particular is, well, the shape. Well, just like everything else over here, really, but I really tried adding in more of the curves here, and E really helped with some of the dimensions and stuff, like adding in the depth right here and breaking up the monotony of it all a little bit. She really helped out a lot. And then the shape right here, I'm a big fan of, and we got the emerald ore up there, which is a really nice touch. And I really love the shape of these glass windows. I'm not entirely sold on the archways down here at the bottom. I might take those out, but we'll see what happens. Um, I also really just like these windows and how I've got those looking here. I think the trapdoors and stuff are a really nice touch in there as little dividers that, well, aren't the, well, the warped fences. I don't really care for those too much. But yeah, so this area it's shaping up a little bit, and obviously I kept the gradient going all the way up. So it's pretty much fitting in with everything else over here. The one difference is this top area up here. So we've got the 4 towers on each of these corners here, and I really like that. I like the shape of it. E instinctively knew what I was going to do up here, and I'm glad she helped out with that. The cone right here, this rooftop, I'm really happy with. This gradient goes from the green concrete all the way up to the prismarine, and it adds a little bit more of a whimsical color. It is a little bit of a drastic change from these other rooftops, but I didn't want this to be the same color as these. I feel like that would have been too much of the warped and the dark prismarine. So I figured that something a little bit lighter here would be cool. And we tried out a few different gradients, and this is just the one that I stuck with. Everything else just wasn't entirely what I was looking for. I do really like this gradient. I still don't know if I like it necessarily on this build. So this gradient, it's prone to change. We'll see what happens, but for now, it's what we have. And this has now also taken over as the tallest build out here so far, and probably the tallest build I have ever done so far. So that's nice. But yeah, and as you can see down here, I stopped using the black concrete and I did the glass. For one, the glass is a lot easier for me to get because I have villagers. The concrete, I just could not be bothered. I spent a fortune over there getting gravel and sand and everything, just getting everything ready for this. I mean, I spent at least half of my life savings here on CraftWorks. This was at least 50 diamond blocks at the beginning of this episode. But all of the concrete and then all of the quartz, and again, I have quartz traders. I don't know why I decided to buy them off of Topes, but I did. So yeah, I'm starting to break myself a little bit off of this build, and I couldn't be bothered with the black concrete. I figured I might as well spend a little bit of time and get the glass and be done with it. All in all, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and I can't wait to do more of it. I'm hoping to get the storage room started in the next episode or two. I kind of thought about putting it down here inside of this tower because, I mean, well, it's super empty. Or if not inside of this tower, at least fill out some of the interior in here and then make a staircase leading down underground to it, because that's going to be where the storage room is anyway. And I think that'd be cool, but I kind of like the idea of the storage room being a little more over this direction because I want it to be a little bit more centralized, I guess. I really like the idea of being able to link it up to all the access points of the area. I feel like down here is going to be where we spend more of our time, and then down here I plan on having a little cave that comes out over here somewhere, I don't know, and there's going to be probably a little tunnel that links up to it that way and stuff. I don't know, I haven't planned anything out, but I feel like I want it to be a little more centralized than that. So it might be another couple of episodes, but it will be coming very soon. This isn't all I've done. I did at least get back over to Mafia Town and get a little bit of the redstone done over there. So let's go check that out. All right, so before we get started, just hear me out, okay? I know this is going to make me look a little lazy as I'm showing this off, but just understand that there was not very much room to play with, and some of this, logistically speaking, just isn't going to work right now. I can come back in and alter later, but right now it's functional. So what I did was, behind these houses, there's a lever. And inside of the house, there's these piston things here. that, well, they can retract and, well, unretract, I guess? I don't know the word for that. Anyway, they can move the target block, and if you're standing there on the target block and it moves, you fall down there. Basically the same concept as Mafia from last season. And I put that in each of these houses. It was a little more challenging in these diagonal houses because, well, they're diagonal and they're small, and you kind of have to hide the redstone. And then I realized that I was overcomplicating it quite a bit. But if you look down here, you can just see that I've got a lever leading into this, and I really overcomplicated this area a little bit more. I could have just ran that redstone dust into that. What was I thinking? I don't know. Anyway, I did that in each of these houses, and it's all functional. I did not help decorate any interiors in here. I want to just put in the redstone and let E figure that out because, well, she's a much better interior designer than I am. If you haven't seen her interior design videos, you need to go check that out because you can really learn a lot from her. And she's also done a little bit of work out here, like explaining some of the roles and whatnot. I'm not going to go over all of that right now. Out here is, well, the most complex of it all, as you can see. Yeah, this is the randomizer. So again, just hear me out. There's only like 7 houses out here, and well, since there's only 7 houses, I don't really feel the need in doing too much extra with this because this is going to be 100% random anyway, and there's 9 slots in there, so that's fine. The thing is, we really wanted to automate it fully, so this way he doesn't really have to do any work with it this season, but I just don't know how to make that happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't know. And furthermore, a few of these here absolutely have to be in the game. Like, these cannot be randomized at all. Like, they have to be there for the game to function. And I don't know how to tie in a randomizer with not a randomizer, I guess. So that's going to be a whole complicated mess, and I'm just not sure how it's going to work. So this is going to be the Super Duper Randomizer 2000. For now, I might change it later. We'll see what happens, and what I can figure out. I'll try to work on that in my free time. Why is there one white glass out here in the middle of... I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just not. But yeah, this took me all of maybe 30 minutes to do, and it wasn't too terribly bad, and I'm just an overthinker, so I really overcomplicated a lot of this. And yeah, I still really want to do something different with this. I don't like this. I feel like I'm taking the easy way out on this, but I mean, logistically speaking, I just don't know how else to make it work. Any of you redstone geniuses down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've just worked on this and then worked on the mega base, and yeah, so I guess that's that. That doesn't belong up there. What is going on? All right, let's see what this is about. Excuse me? Maverick? 12? L? Stunt flying? Okay. Look, I mean, sure, I guess, but sir, this isn't your home. You know, if I had to guess, I'd say this was Impala's doing. I'm honestly, why? What is going on in there? Excuse me? Hold on. You know what? I'll come back to you, Maverick. Excuse me? Why are the Grumble Cousins in here? Why? You know what? This is Impala. I shouldn't... Oh, he's leaving? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna lock that back up and go back about my day. Well, I think that just about does it for today's episode, but before I go, I just want to quickly announce that starting next Thursday, December 12th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, the CastWorks podcast will officially be launched with not only 1 episode, but 2. One episode will premiere here on my channel, and the other will premiere over on Isobox's channel, and every episode beyond that will be over on the CraftWorks SMP's YouTube channel. Link will be in the description to that, and please be sure to check those out if you want to learn more about myself and the other crafters as well. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Also, join the CraftWorks fan Discord because there you will have your own input on some of the podcast episodes, some topics we want to discuss, and even some questions for the other crafters. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to show your support by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Lane, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Oh, here we go. People, look, we're all going to learn now. Kids, we're learning. Riz is a slang term that describes someone's ability to attract a romantic partner through style, charm, or attractiveness.
Is that what that means?
That's what it is.
What it
yes.
is. So this is why I'm struggling so much, because I just ooze Riz. That's the thing. See? All the time.
I don't like that.
I don't like Zink saying that word five
don't like
times
me
in
saying-
succession.
It's the new swag or swag, right?
Yeah. So is it the fact that it was the word Riz or that I oozed it? Which one was the problem?
Yes.
The fact that you kept talking. I
No, but
hate
this is a dictionary. This is a dictionary. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary is saying this.
And the
thing, it's not
fact that
me.
it's in that it bothers me.
Yeah. But it does list it as slang, so it's not
It has to.
classed as a word, right? It's just slang.
It's not a word.
But then it says usually used with up. The boys are attempting to riz up nearby hotties. And I thought, no,
Yeah,
whoever's
yeah,
written
work
this,
well,
yeah, whoever's written this is not up with the
And they are
current language.
not
I'm
with
pretty sure
the
that,
times.
This
I'm pretty
entire
sure that-
dictionary is not up to code.
yeah.
That person
No one-
does not have Riz.
No one, yeah, that's right. No one under the age of 65 has ever used the phrase, the boys are attempting to riz up nearby hotties.
I can't read. I hate this so much.